Why, hello there. Hola. What's up, Losh? How's it going? Hey, Wing Chun, I'm glad you're here. What's up, Sal? Glad you could join. Oh, no. Gotta go to work. All right. Have a good one. What's up, Casey? How you doing? Hey, Pot of Gold. How are you doing? Nice of you to join. All right. You know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna go through a little bit of a slideshow. What's up, Benjamin? How's it going? All right, hold on. My trip to Portugal and Spain. This this is my first Airbnb in Portugal. Okay, landed in Lisbon. Look at how it's cute. Look how small it is. If you get up, if you're not careful, you'll hit your head. But it was cool. What's up, Psyduck? YouTube's username system change. Yeah, I guess they want you all to use the same name. Here's a little church. Looks pretty cool. All right, I like churches. What's up, Nikki? Did I hit my head? I did not hit my head. I was afraid of hitting my head, but I did not hit my head. You like being Sunnyside? Yeah, why are you Pot of Gold now, huh? What does Pot of Gold have to do with Sunnyside? Uh, this is a cute little ramen shop that I stopped by at. I didn't take any pictures inside. Inside it was pretty cool too. Yeah, it was cute. Except the food wasn't that good. Do not eat ramen in Lisbon. This is pretty cool. Huh? I like it. It's a nice pose. I was walking down the street and just randomly saw this statue. It's a nice statue. I don't know who. I think the guy. It's the guy behind her. I think the guy is some famous guy or something. If you can read his name here, Amor de Perdio, something. This is Porto, I believe. I like this shot. Look, there's some lighting, little alley that goes down, and then here you see the river. Ah, some lighting, some reflections off the river. Oh, this is nice. Yeah. I like how there are like a ton of little alleys you can walk down, but they all look super safe. It's not like here if I'm walking down, I don't know, some dark alley in San Francisco, I do not feel safe. But here mostly you feel safe. I think it's because it's just a lot of lighting. There's lighting everywhere. This is the entrance to Diagon Alley. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, I like this place too. I think we're going to a restaurant somewhere here. Maybe it's just a feeling. Maybe it's just a feeling. Yeah, maybe it's not really that safe. It's just super dangerous. It just feels safe. I feel like lighting makes you not want to commit crimes because you might get caught. Look at those cobblestones. I love, right? They're lovely. Yeah, but you know what? I decided I'm not that big of a fan of cobblestones anymore. Well, I'm usually a fan of them, but then if you're taking your luggage and you're dragging it down cobblestone, not a good time. Let me tell you. I had to drag down. I had to drag my freaking luggage down cobblestone streets to get to the Airbnb and to walk around to get to the airport to get to the train station. Oh my god! But you know what? They look nice. Not gonna lie. This is looks like Hogwarts. This is Livraria Lello. It's well, they say it's the nicest, it's the most beautiful bookstore in the world. Don't know if that's the case, but it looks pretty nice. I like it. You have this stairway here. You got a bunch of books on the side. It's lovely. This is way too many people. You know, we were like, okay, we should go there early in the morning. So to avoid the crowd. Yeah, and then we did, and we didn't avoid the crowd. In the morning it was hella crowded. But I think like the longer we stayed there, the less and less people there were. So I think everyone had the same idea to go there early, and then yeah, they all had the same idea. But then yeah, but then afterwards, I think we should have came in like a little bit late. I went to Diagon Alley and then Hogwarts. This is cool. You know, a little thing here, a little ceiling thing. Yeah. This is above. I don't have a picture of the stairs from the other side. This is on the second level. There's only 2 levels. It's kind of small. Pretty small. But this looks like kind of... It does look like Hogwarts. And what is going on in the back here? What? It's like it's being sucked into a void. What's going on there? Huh? Describe it to me. Was Dobby there? Look at this guy. What's up? What's up? Oh, I know. So that's funny thing. So this is just mirrors. Okay, that's why it looks like that. But it looks pretty cool. I was standing like here in the back, and I noticed that everyone was grabbing this one book. It was a book on Porto. It was just a Porto book, and like I didn't know why everyone was just grabbing that same book. I'm like, is that a famous book or something? Yeah. But then people were grabbing it and then just putting it back, and then grabbing it for a while and then putting it back. And I realized why afterwards, because the book had the word Porto on it, the name of the city, and then a nice picture of Porto. So everyone would take that book and walk over here to take a picture holding the book of Porto, and then they would put it back. That's why it's for Instagram. Yeah, they would stand here and look this way or this way. What's up, rude noise? I went to one of those restaurants where the food to price ratio was very low. Was tiny. Looks pretty cute, right? Like a little sled. You got an egg. You got some beef tartare. Those serving sizes. Oh, these are good. This one over here. How do I do this? These are good. It's fries or it's potatoes, but very fried. It's actually pretty good. It's just not filling. Yeah, even the fries are small. Everything is tiny. But you know what? It was pretty good. These dots were okay. I almost didn't want to eat it. It looks so nice. Oh, we got some cheesecake and stuff. All right, so this is Barcelona. After Porto, we took a plane to Barcelona. Barcelona is fucking beautiful. This is just a place that I came across while walking down the street. I don't know what it is. It's just a place. But the city just looks beautiful. Do we speak Spanish or Portuguese? Nope. Hola. Sí, sí. Yeah. So Barcelona, if you don't know, it's like a series of blocks, right? It's just a bunch of blocks, big blocks like this, and they all look nice. The building facades of these blocks are all nice. They all look like kind of like this, like they're different facades, but it's just I don't know. This is like the entire city. Everywhere looks something like this. I do not speak Catalan. Does anyone speak Catalan? I think in a couple of years, no one will be able to speak Catalan. Yeah, Barcelona. See, they all look like this. It's so nice. I think this is the highlight of my trip. So here, still Barcelona. Came across this church, this Gothic looking thing. If I fall on top of this, I would not survive. They talk too fast. Yeah, the problem with fucking Spain is that anything nice that you want to go into, you have to pay to go into. Even churches, okay? Yeah, you wouldn't expect churches to be paid, but you gotta pay. So I don't want to pay. I don't want to pay for every freaking church I go into, so I didn't go into this one. I just enjoyed it from the outside. Where do locals go pray? Pray at home. Like you're supposed to, like Jesus said. Still Barcelona. Look, it's just beautiful. This is a nice square that I came across. Oh, look. Look at this thin dog. What? I didn't get a good picture, but look. Ah, so cute. Doggo. Got a little coat on because it's cold. It was a bit cold. It was a bit chilly. So what I noticed in Barcelona was that all the dogs that you see, like people walking their dogs, like every single one of them had clothes on. It's a thing. They put clothes on their dogs, or they put like little shoes, little cloth shoes. Yeah, everyone had it. I don't think other places had as much. Barcelona had the most clothed doggos. They're not barbarian dogs. Well, maybe they're cold. These guys look cold. They're so thin. Look, they have no fat on them. Yeah, every single one. This is a nice little alley. Look, oh, so Barcelona has like big streets that you saw earlier, and then they also have like nice, cute little alleys. They have everything that I want. Even non cobblestone streets. Look, these are so nice to drag your luggage around on. You know, you come to appreciate these things. Alleys are super underrated. Hell yeah. Is everything in walking distance? Well, the Airbnb that I got was like pretty close to the major attractions, and it's in a nice area too, so it's cool. Yeah, our Airbnb was like down this alley, so it's like in a little alley like this, and you just walk in. You actually unlock it with your phone. Yeah, so you walk out into this. It looks nice. I don't know if I have a picture of it at night, but it looks pretty cool. And even though it's like a little alley, it's pretty happening because there are shops on either side. Um, People walking up and down it. Even at night, there are like a bunch of people walking around. Look at this. Got some tapioca tiramisu. Okay. The best shot ever. Look at that. Yum. Still Barcelona. I just like these buildings, man. Tapioca. Is that not tapioca? Wait. Da-na-na-na. Wait, what? Sorry, wait, hold on. Hold on. Pistachio. Why did I think tapioca? I think I just want boba. I think I'm craving for boba. Did not drink any boba on the trip, by the way. Are you proud of me? Sorry. Pistachio tiramisu. These were good, I think. I forgot. So maybe they weren't that good. This is still Barcelona. This is like some freaking look at this castle. This is a church. It's a Gaudi church. It's still in construction. I don't know when it's going to finish. Maybe in 100 years. You trusted there was tapioca? I really like this place. Look at the building. Look. There are some places like that. It looks like it's a melting. That's how he made it. It's the ugliest church in the world. It's so nice. I don't know. There's just something about it. It looks like a freaking wasp's nest or a beehive, or maybe a termite nest. Especially these towers. It does look melted. It's all melted, even though it's so cold. It's huge, by the way. Gigantic. This is inside. Look, it looks like a freaking some kind of alien beehive kind of thing. Yeah, this is inside looking up at the ceiling. This is Jesus being tortured. I think that was it. Wait, I think I had more. This was remember I told you I had the best cheesecake in the world? This is it. Oh. It was so cheesy. You can taste the cheese. I don't know what kind of cheese it was, but I can taste it. He said there was like 3 types of cheese. And look, I'm advertising the place. This place is really nice. The staff talked to us. They were super nice. Gave us free a free glass of wine. Oh. Okay. This is in was this Seville? Oh no, Madrid? No, not Madrid. This is somewhere. It's a cube tree. What the fuck? There's another. I like this one. This one stands out more. There's another one over here. This one like had lights. I bet it looks really cool at night, but I did not stay. Is where Seville oranges come from? Uh-huh. Look at this duck. It's it's the ugliest duck you've ever seen. We had an ugly building, now there's an ugly duck. Psyduck. That's a duck. That is a duck. Look at this. Don't call it ugly. It is ugly. In a good way. Yeah, this is a park that I went to. Yeah, pretty nice walking around, and there was these ducks walking around. This is a cool place. Just randomly found it. I have no idea what it is, but like there's like a little stream in front where people had boats and these little bridges. Okay, yeah, I think they said it was like some military building or something behind, but it just looks cool. The nice square in the middle. Durkee. Look, a little bridge. There was a person performing flamenco dancing over there. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Yeah, look. A little stream that goes around. Or moat, whatever it is. A little fountain. Nice square. Look at this architecture. Ah. I still have no idea what it is. We saw an Asian couple here taking pictures, and they were spending a lot of time, and I think they were taking like wedding pictures or something. Yeah, someone he was like was they were like sitting on top of this thing and like walking down. Let's take a picture of you guys walking and touching each other's hair and stuff like that. They were there for a long time. I was up top looking down. I'm like, okay, guys. Looks like a place in an MMORPG. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. What? This is Seville. This is not me. Unfortunately, I don't have a picture of me singing karaoke at a local bar. But yeah, this guy sang a lot. Yeah, he sounds like a regular. He was there a lot. He's just sitting, standing, singing every single song. This guy also sang a lot. Why is he wearing a Canadian shirt? Maybe he's from Canada. How did I get around if I didn't know the language? Most people, like especially in the big cities, they know English. Otherwise, you don't really need to know that much because you have like Google Maps and everything. You can go anywhere you want. Yeah, but most people knew English. If they didn't know English, they knew enough English. I know hola. Oh, this is outside our Airbnb in Seville. Look at the parking. How much space was that? Is that an inch? That might be 1 inch. Yeah. The funny thing is, okay, this car has no way to get out. Because you know why? Here's the front. Here's the front of that car. He's stuck. He's stuck. There's no way to get out. He needs this guy to go. See, this is why I didn't want to drive here. Yeah. Thank God, public transportation was pretty good. They had trains and everything. But no. Oh, it's 1 centimeter. Sorry. Do New Yorkers park like this too? Do they? I don't think so. But the thing is, okay, this is not the norm. This is I think this is the only time that I saw this. Yeah. Like other cars, they parked pretty normally. But yeah, this is just right outside of our Airbnb. I just had to snap a picture. Are the cars tiny over there? They're pretty tiny. They're pretty small. Yeah. They're not like big American cars. Those cars knew each other. Oh my god. Oh, when I was there. Okay. Wait, I already told you guys. Yeah, about the train crash. And then over the next 2 days, there were 3 more train crashes. There were 4 train crashes. Man, when I was taking the train, I was a bit worried. What if ours crashed? And then they canceled our train because they canceled all the trains going from Madrid to Seville. So we had to take a flight. You're glad I survived? Me too. Just keep them on the tracks. Right? There are tracks right there. You're actually on rails. How do you fall off? Alright. Yeah, this car is fucked. Oh, these crepes were lovely. Huh. This is like a breakfast crepe with eggs and bacon, I think. Yeah. And this is like almond with some blah, blah, blah sauce. These are lovely. And then even gave us some ice cream. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. What sauce? I have no idea. I think it's caramel. Oh, yeah, it was caramel. It was like caramel butter, I believe. Yeah. The lady that owned the place. And she owned it with her husband. Yeah, she was pretty cool. She was pretty cute. She was like, "Oh yeah, how what do you think of the caramel? It's really good, right?" Yeah, because it's like caramel butter specially made by her. Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, it's better than the crepes, right?" And I was like, "Why? Does your husband make the crepes and you make the caramel butter?" She's like, "Yeah." Mm. You recommend ice cream for breakfast? Uh-huh. Yeah, but the caramel butter thing, oh, so good. This is Lisbon. This is a cool archway thing. Yeah, it's just nice architecture. We don't see that around here in these parts. Our country is not old enough. We just have shitty buildings. Another church. Had to pay to get into this one too, but it looked kind of cool. So walked in. Huh? Nice. 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 Looks pretty cool, right? They could build buildings like that here if they wanted them to look good. Yeah, but who's gonna sponsor them? Oh, this is the anime ramen place that I was talking about. Look at this. Oh my god. This is the front. We have ugly modern architecture and shitty buildings. Oh, nice. Inside, there's a little Naruto corner. There's a One Piece corner in the back here. Wait, what's Goku doing in the Naruto corner? What? We got Naruto here. Yeah, you can tell it's super AI generated. I think a lot of them were. But you know what? It's all right. Where did I sit? Sat right here, next to Naruto. Right here. Got a bunch of little figurines. Got Doraemon here. Oh, so cute. And then a bunch of Pikachus. And that's it. That's it. That was the trip. How's that? It was fun. Probably the owner's personal collection. The yeah. There were 2 days where the temperature got down to like 1 degree sea and it was cold. I had to wear a thermal. I had to wear 3 layers. Okay, 3 layers, top and bottom. I had like a thermal pants, like underpants. I had um like a sweatpants over that, and then I had my jeans over that. So that is pretty cold. Yeah, with those 3 layers, it was okay. Actually, it was pretty good. It was pretty warm. Only 2 days above zero. Still sub-zero here. Well, that's too cold for me. 1 degree F. Oh my god, you're crazy. I thought I had a picture of that Gaudi church. That looked pretty cool with the stained glass. Hold on. One more pic. Oh, here we go. This is inside that big church. Look at that. The lighting on the stained glasses. Oh, it's huge too. And look at this. The bee church, the termite church. Look, you can see the scale of it. These are people. It's huge. Mm. All right. That's it. That's our little slideshow. Ready for some Wordle? Glad you had fun. Thanks. All right. Thanks, Casey. Yeah. I'm glad I got to go to Hogwarts and Diagon Alley. All right. Hmm. Hmm. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. How about comet? No, no M. No T. Conet. Coexist. Hmm. Fleo? Freon. I'll just try it. Okay. Oh no. E-O. So the two vowels are not there? What kind of word is this? Eon. Echo? Echo? Huh. Prone? Oh, there. Bone? Down? Down, is that a word? Dow. Dove. Hovel. Hovel. No either. Hovel. Hobble. Oh, noble. How about noble? Bobo. Hobo. Hobo. Lobo. Gobble. Hobble. Wobble. Cobble. Cobblestone. Ogle. Oogle. Goggle. I'll try oogle. Not a word. What? Bogle. Is that a word? What? Oh no. Not looking good. E here. Or E here? E. There's O at the end. Echo. Eh. Evlo. Eklo. Huh. Evlo. Edlo. Ek. Eklo. O. There has to be a vowel here, and it must be an O, right? Oh, maybe there's two L's. Hold on. If there are two L's, then it would be O, E, E, O. E, O, E, O. O, E, L, L. Wait, L, L? Oh, God. Oh, God. L, O? Hello? Is it hello? Wait. Oh, thank God it's not hello. That would be embarrassing. Okay, well, Jello. Cello, not Jello. Gotta be cello. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Huh! That was a close one. Define bogle. You don't know what a bogle is? Mm. It is amusing. It is not amusing. Played Jello in bed. Yeah. I played Jello in many places. Oh wait, that's a mental. Connections. All right, let's see. Approach bonus poker needle. Straws, loom, style, advance, near, way, scissors, fee, royalty, yarn, manner. The line. Don't cross the line. Don't cross the poker. Don't cross the needle. Crossing the line. Approaching the line. The line. A fee. Advance. Advance. Approach. Near. And loom. Way. Scissor. Fee. Approach. Advance. Near. And one more. Loom. Looming? Loom? Maybe? Oh, nothing. Fuck. Oh no. Another struggle session. Bonus. A bonus. A fee? No, a bonus. An advance. Some royalty. And it can't be fee, right? But what else is there? A poker approach. Straws. Manor. Yarn. Hmm. The way. A manner. The manner of the way a man. An approach. Oh. And a style, I think. Woof. Okay. Needle, yarn, scissors, and the line. No. Loom, bonus, advanced, poker? Poker? Is that a thing? A poker. Straws? Poker. Fuck! I don't know anything about fabric. A loom. Oh, I knew that. Near fee bonus advance. The line. Approach the line. A fee. Poker. What? The line. Approaching the line. Crossing the line. You've crossed the line, sir. You've crossed the bonus, sir. No. You've reached the line. I'm drawing a line. I'm drawing a fee. I'm drawing a bonus. Huh? Does that work? I'm drawing a royalty. I'm drawing straws. Drawing a poker hand. Drawing a fee. Advanced bonus royalty. Wait, did we do this? Fee, advanced bonus royalty? Oh, okay. Woo! Near poker straws the line. What is that? Oh, it is draw. Wait. Oh, draw near. Wait, draw poker? So it is drawing a poker hand, right? Draw straws, draw the line. Okay. Sure. What kind of microphone do I use? What is it? It's an AT something. ATR 2100. Yeah. I think just as important as the microphone is the software you use behind it. Because I have software to clean up like the background noise, increase the speech, remove all the echoes and stuff. And then this is important too. The boom mic, what do you call this? The boom arm. Yeah, because if you have like a little microphone holder on your desk, every time you make like you hit your desk or you touch your desk with your hand or something, make some kind of movement, you'll hear it through the microphone. But with this arm, you can't hear it. Oh, thanks, Wing Chun. All right. All right. Go. What's the arm? It's a Rode. All right. No, I'll just do it. Let's look it up. Rode. What is it? Microphone arm. This thing. It's pretty cool. Yeah. This thing. Yeah, it just attaches to your desk and then it moves around. Very nice. And then the ATR 2100 cardioid mic. You're moving places. Yeah, I bought this a while ago, so there's probably newer versions. This is the one I use. Yeah, but there are probably better ones. I don't know if this is the best one, but this does have USB. If you don't have an XLR cable, so it's super convenient. So you just plug in to your computer anywhere, any computer, because it just uses the USB. All right. Game. Go. Do. Say. Speak. You got evicted. Oh no. That's not cool. Hey, I hope you find a new place. Or did you already? Do. Sass. Bun. Sing. Karaoke. Light. Mineral. Cobble. Stone. Okay, okay. Church. Microphone. Block. Cast. Arm. Boom. Shout, maybe. Said. Script. Fun. Choke. Chalk. Swallow. Travel. Script. Choke. Say. Throat. Oh, neck. Mouth. Announce. Tongue. Teeth. Head. Face. Stomach. Digestive system. Tie. Throat. Poker. Poker. I don't think drawing poker makes sense, right? You draw a poker hand. You don't draw a poker. Oh, maybe they don't mean poker hand. They mean like an actual poker. Oh, maybe. Eat person. A fireplace poker. Yeah. Huh. Throat. Announce. Speech. Do we do that? Sing. I think we did that. Sang. Song. Project. Scarf. Hat. Throat. Proclaim. Lick. A lick-a-tongue. What's up, Greek yogurt? How you doing? Tooth. Teeth we tried. Doctor. Spit. Spit. Saliva. Yogurt. Chew. Spit. Dentist. Ache. Digest. Cavity. Liquid. Drink. Huh. Consume. Wine. Wine. Throat. Spit. Say. What else? Blood? Boxing? Crush. Huh. Gargle. Gurgle? Is it gargle or gurgle? Gums? Gum. Chewing. Dentures. We tried sickness. Tunnel? Gargoyle? Smile. Huh. Cry. Sad. Happy. Fire. Vision. Oh, fire. Okay. Hot. Spicy. Water. Burn. Burn? Degree. Explode. Wind. Flame. Fireplace. Poker. Fighter. Warm. Crash. Fire. Fire. Smoke. Flames. Red. Yellow. Firefly. Truck. Fire truck. Fire truck. Fireman. Fire truck. Dragon. Infection. Fire. Burn. Magma? What? What is this? Throat, burn, fire, maybe some spicy food. Spices. Spice. Melange. Who knows that reference? Horse, strep, raw. Alcohol. Cold. Extinguisher. Dune, good job. Got a Dune fan there. Sword, you mean sword? Harm. Hurt. Scratch. Scratchy. Word. Way. In harm's way. Method. Path. Journey. Street. Road. Beat. Violence. Shoot. Straws. Done. Intubate. Harm. Path. The path of harm. Of least peril. Danger. Oh, dangerous. Harmful. Exciting. Nope. Wrong. Right? Wrongful. Caution. Immoral. Wrong. Right. We're probably way off. Probably. Bad. Entry. Wrong. Danger. Wrong. Forbidden. Taboo. Incorrect. False. Truth. No. None. Terrible. Blocked. Wrongdoing. Crime. Punishment. Mirage. Lie. Sin. Wrong. None. Mistake. Ooh. Mistaken. A lot of lag? Oh, am I lagging? I hope not. My connection now is usually pretty good. And then I don't have a VPN on. And I have a badass computer. So it must be on your end. Deceive. Deceive! Lie. We tried lie. Deceive. Deception. Discord. I forgot Discord was an actual word. I just think of the app when I think of Discord. My tails are showing? No, it's not. You liar. Trick. Fool. Fail. Receive. I don't know why I put that. Wrong. Deceive. Lie. Fool. Everyone's deleting Nitro because the Discord implementing ID scanning. Wait, what is... Why? For everyone? Or for only people with Nitro? Pretend. Deceive. Lie. Hide. 10 minutes. Act. Deceiving. No. Fake. Confirm. Because of age verification. Are they verifying everyone's ages? So like if you're a normal, you have a normal account, you have to verify your ID. Hollow. Lynn is worried he won't pass. You know? Oh man, I was coming back from Portugal, and I was on the I was in line for customs. I was like, I had a little hint of worry. I was like, I am a citizen, but am I gonna be stopped? I wasn't born here. I was naturalized. Is something gonna happen? But no, nothing happened. Lynn is a minor. Yeah. Spend my days in the mines. Customs is weird. Why the conversation? Yeah. They just want to make sure. Yeah, if you say something, that don't make sense, then they'll ask you more questions. But usually they just ask me like, where are you coming from? Maybe how long's the flight? And that's it. Only for certain features? Okay. Deceived. Deceived? Oh, deceived is pretty high, but I think can't be past tense, right? Plastic. Declare. All right. Deceive. Deceive. Come on. We can do this. Wrong. Deceiving. Deceive. Deceive. What are some synonyms? Fraud. Defraud. Scam. You have 3 tails? Oh, okay. You're not a full 9 tails yet, like me? I mean, no, I'm not. Just kidding. Swindle. That's a good word. Scam. Deceive. Lie. Liar. Lied. Lying. Bastard. Misrepresent. I like that. Nope. Disinformation. Misinformation. Hoodwink. Bamboozle. I like that. Bamboozled. I've been bamboozled. Incriminate. Mislead. Oh! Misled. Mislead. Withhold. Flabbergast. Flabbergast. Did not spell that right. Flabbergast. Wait, how do you spell that, right? No? Or does the Manso not know the word? Flabberg. There's no H in flabbergast? Belie. Trick. Tricked. Josh. How many people's life force did I drain to get all 9? Don't have to. I just have to live a long time. It's a mislead, misled, maybe think of miss words, misunderstand, misnomer, misses, mister, nope, corrupt, misplace, no, misinterpret. Oh, wait. Misdirect. Damn it. I had a feeling that was going to be it. Mislead, misled, misdirect, misunderstood. We tried. Misdeceive. No, that's not a word. Oh, God. Misunderstood. Misunderstanding. Mistaken. Pretend. Gaslight. My favorite word. Misinterpret. Let me try that. Misleading. I think so. Oh, nope. Misleading. Misled. Misled. Mislead. Deceive. Mislead. Misled. Mislead. Ah, we're so close. Sled. Shed. You're just saying random words now? Lead. Leading. Leading questions. Lying, hiding, exaggerating? Like wait. Do I know how to spell it? Damn it. Exaggerate. Misrepresent. We try that, right? Do we not? I think we did. Sabotage. Misinformed. Misdirect. We tried. Imaginary. Presentation. Hyperbole. Sarcasm. Oh, subterfuge. I like that. Image. Spy. Oh my God. Guys. How long is it going to take? Circumvent. Manipulate. Alright, do we need a hint? Do we need to press that dreaded button? Mislead. Rely. Manipulate. Manipulation. Misleading, deceive, mislead, wrong. Circumvent. Incorrect. We try that. Correction. Redact. What? Are we going down the wrong road? Misleading, mislead, lure. Red herring. Red herring. Fish. Boast. Catfish. Ensnare. Ensnare. Catch. No. Honeypot. Setup. Trick, we tried that. 30 seconds to 20. Quiet. Quit. Treat. Trick or treat. Trick. All right. Is it time for the hints button? Facade. Wistful. Wish. Maybe it's like truth. Telling the truth. Honesty. Honest. Nope, nope. Mischief. We tried lie. We did try lie. If we didn't, then I'll kill myself. Lied. Beguile. Oh, guile. Truthless? What was Colbert's thing? Truthiness. Is a word? Misguided. Guide. Subvert. Expectation. Guys. Is it time? 257 guesses. Deceive, mislead, wrong, lie, hoodwink, mislead. Protogen. Why? Divorce. Guise. Disguise. Fuck. What is it? The plead. I don't know. Mask. Betray. All right, I'm looking it up. Looking it up. Hint. Selectively? What? Selective hearing. Select. Choose. Remember. Selective memory? Memory. Selectively. Misleading. Misleadingly? No. Deceptively? Nope. Favorite. Cherry pick. That's a good word. I had high hopes for it. Favoritism. Wrongly? So good. Accusingly. Accuse. Accusingly. Accusatory. No. Nepotism. Unfair. Unfair. Unfairly. Unfairly. Unjustly. Unjust. Injustice. Oof. Unbalanced. Embellish. Huh. Unfairly. Mislead. Unfairly. Selectively. Unfair. So unfairly is higher than unfair. It's kind of weird. Discriminated. Selectively. Unjust. Prejudice. Prejudge. DEI. Discretion. Selective. Do we try that? Select. Unfairly. Selectively. I think it's an adverb, right? Discretion. Discretion. Dis is a how do we turn that into an adverb? Discreetly? Omission. Omit. Selectively choosing. Selective choices. Choice. What? Unfairly. Selectively. Love my white fur. Thanks. 25 minutes. Okay. Choosingly. Choosingly. All right, now we got a hint. Recklessly. What? On the wrong path, guys. Recklessly. Incongruously. I don't know how to spell that. No. Reckless. Reckless. Dangerously. Damage. Indiscriminately. I think this is the word. I think you're right. I think we got this. Fuck! Carelessly. Oh, well, this is the one. This is the one. Careless. Careful. Carefully. Oh, carelessly. Wantonly. I love that food. Negligent. Violently. Capriciously. That's delicious too. Capriciously. Deliciously. I'm just hungry. Hatefully? Randomly? Random? We had indiscriminately. Did we have indiscriminate? Indiscriminate? Capriciously, suddenly, yeah. Nikki's got it. Carelessly, wantonly, wanton. Wonton. Vinegarly. Definitely. Oh no, is that the word? Nope. Obviously. It is not obvious at all. Carelessly. Care. Tried takoyaki. You mean takoyaki? It is good. Thoughtlessly. Guys. Thoughtless. Thoughtless. Obliviously. Oblivious. Unconscious. Unconscious. Taiyaki? Oh, the fish pastry? Crude. Crudely. Crudely. What? Carelessly. Randomly. unconvincingly, deliriously, easily. Oh God, hardly, heartily, softly. All right. Once we start, we can't stop. You just gotta keep pressing the hint button. It's like Pringles. Unintentionally. Oh, unintentional. Intentionally? Huh, huh, huh. Intent? Intentional? Wait, intentional? Indirectly? Purposely? Purposeful? Wait. Purposefully? What? 30 minutes? Purpose. What other purposefully? Purposely. On purpose. 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 I'm saying it so much that the word has lost any meaning. Purpose. Purposeful. Purposeful. I can't do hint anymore. Yeah, I can. Just give me the answer. Perpetuate. Guilty. Guilt. Purposefully. Purposely. Porpoise. Purpose. Intentional. Intend. Intent. Knowingly. Oh, must be. Knowing. Unknowingly. Unknowingly. Unknowing. I hate fucking adverbs. Flagrantly. Flagrant. It is an adverb, right? Willingly. Pompously? It's going to be so sad. Tree fitty. Brazenly. Oh my guys. Yeah, I thought Sal was a guy. Bluntly. Sal's a girl? Blunt. Everyone online is a guy. True. I'm a guy. I promise. Why does everyone think Sal is a guy? Because I think salamander. I feel like it's a guy thing. It's a guy name, no? Spider. You're a guy? We're all guys. Spider. Wait, guys. You guys. You males. Purposely. Spontaneously. Are we never gonna get it? I think this is. Oh god, it's the never-ending stream. It's the never-ending Semantal. We're never gonna get it. Sporadically. I'm gonna be stuck in this Semantal forever. I can't get out. I think we tried willingly. Spider in French is a feminine word. Is it speed air? Sloppy. Sloppily. How is sloppily that high? Purposefully. It must be something with purpose, right? Purpose. Purple. Purpose. Purposefully. Anything else? Purpose. Purpose. Purposed. Thoughtlessly. Thoughtlessly. Thoughtless. Careless. Forethought. Planned. We got 997, 998, 999. I don't. Purpose. We tried purpose. We tried it. It was very low. But for some reason, purposely is the highest number. Intent. Purposive. Oh, is that a word? You're just making up words now? Purpose. Proposal. That's not a word. Purposedly. Persuasively. Plosive. Propolis. Married. Propose. Proposing. Ah, premeditated. I think we just gotta. I think we lose. Deliberate. Stop. Deliberate. Ah! Did you get it? Did you get it? Deliberately. Ah! My savior, my messiah, Psyduck. Oh my god. I'm gonna follow you like the Fremen follow Paul in Dune. Oh my god. Lead me. Lead me to the jihad. I will follow you. What was that, 35 minutes? Ah, okay. I'm tired. I think I'm just gonna go to sleep. My god. Adverbs suck. Because you don't know if it's gonna be an adverb, so you try all of the forms of the word. 36, new record. Is 36 the new record? I think, didn't we have like a 45-minute one? All right, Greek yogurt. Have a good one. Okay, snack. I'm gonna read in 2 times speed. Okay, well, we know what it is. It is a butter cookie, so no mystery there. We should just go back to grunts, you know? I like that. Ah, what do you think it tastes like? I think it's gonna taste like a butter cookie. Nom. Well, pretty much a butter cookie. Okay. Yep. Tokyo treat. You gotta try harder. Come on. I think it's a normal butter cookie. But it's not that sweet. So that raises the rating. It's gonna be 6.7. 6.7. Yeah. It's just all right. Cookie butter better than butter cookie? True. Don't you love it when you make like chocolate chip cookies and you just eat the Cookie butter. Yum 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 yum. I did the thing. Wait, what did I do? What crime have I committed? I did do the 6-7. True. How did that get started? I have no idea. I don't want to ask what it is because I don't want to seem like I'm not in the know, you know? All right. All right, let's do it. What happened last week? So last week, to hide from Lee Mocho, Young Go decides to hijack this passing wedding procession. Okay, poor them. He and Lu Wuxuang, they disguise themselves as the groom and bride. Okay, um, to the chagrin of the actual groom and bride. Lee Mocho arrives. She sees the wedding party and she even looks into the sedan, but she doesn't see Lu Wuxuang because Lu Wuxuang's like hiding under the skirt of the actual bride. Afterwards, they escape. They release the wedding party, but they encounter these beggars from the beggar clan. Okay, these 5-bag beggars, and the beggars recognize Lu Wuxuang. Yang Guo pretends to be weak and clumsy, but then he fights them using the maiden's fist style, and which surprises Lu Wuxuang. She's like, "How does he know my sex's style?" So he uses those, and he beats them. The beggars flee. They reach an inn. The beggars flee. Our heroes, they go to an inn. They find the Chenchen Taoists there. Okay, the ones that they previously fought. And Li Mo Cho, she also arrives at the inn. And they see her. And they're a little bit desperate. But some mysterious man in like a blue robe, he distracts Li Mo Cho by stealing her donkey. But he tells them first that he's gonna distract her. Okay, but we don't know who he is. So Yang Guo and Lu Wuxuang, they take advantage of the distraction. They sneak into the room of the Taoists, and Yang Guo immobilizes them. And then the two, they put on their Taoist clothing. Li Mo Cho comes back, and then she searches the room twice, but she doesn't see anything weird. Now Yang Guo and Lu Wuxuang, they're in bed together. And being a growing, healthy young man, he gets tempted by her. Okay, but he stops himself out of his memory for Xiaolong Nu. Afterwards, Yang Guo puts on blackface. He uses ink and coal ash to blacken their faces to disguise themselves. They set off again, but then they run into some more beggars. They keep running into this clan. They run into this beggar clan people. Now, these people are 2 8-bag disciples. Okay, they're elders. They're pretty high ranking and they're pretty powerful. Okay, because the reason that you know that how powerful a beggar clan member is just counting the bags that they have. So they're 8 bags. Yang Guo engages in a fight, and he finds out that their strengths are pretty equal, which surprises all 3 of them. And that's where we left off. How's that? Six seven is a Minecraft thing. You don't think anyone really knows anymore? I don't think anyone knows. I think it's just become a weird thing. Six seven. Yeah, no one knows. 6'7", that's my height. All right. Chapter 9, Part 2, finally. So they fight, and then all three are secretly astonished at their powers. Just then, Li Mocho and her disciple arrived. Hong Lingbo called out, "Hey beggars, little Taoists, have you seen a lame girl pass by?" The two elder beggars held in high seniority in the martial world. Hearing her question in that tone, they felt irritated. Yet the beggar clan's rules were strict, forbidding followers to quarrel lightly with outsiders. So they simply replied, "We haven't seen her." Li Mocho's sharp gaze swept past them. Seeing Yang and Lu's backs, she felt a faint suspicion. These two, I've seen them somewhere before. She then noticed the Westerners facing off as though about to fight. I'll watch the show first, she thought. Yang Guo slanted a glance at her, saw the faint smile on her face as she watched idly, and an idea sparked. Good. If I do this, I can erase her doubts. He turned and walked to Hong Lingbo, bowed and rasped. Greetings, fellow Taoists. Hong Lingbo returned the Taoist salute. Yang Guo said, This humble Taoist was passing through when these two wicked beggars blocked me for no reason and insisted on fighting. I carry no weapon. I beg fellow Taoist for the sake of the Grand Supreme Elder Lord to lend me your treasured sword. He bowed deeply again. Hong Lingbo saw the dark, misshapen face, ugly indeed, but his manner was courteous. Since he invoked the Taoist patriarch, it seemed improper to refuse. She drew her sword, glanced at her master, saw her give a slight nod, then reversed the hilt and offered it. Yang Guo bowed in thanks, accepted the sword, lowered its tip, and said, If I am not their match, I beg fellow Taoists to grant aid for the sake of our Taoist kinship. Hong Lingbo frowned and gave a cold but said nothing. Yang Guo turned and shouted to Lu Wushuang, Junior brother, stand aside and watch. No need to act. Let these beggar clan fellows witness the methods of our Chen sect. Li Mocho stiffened. So, these two little Taoists are from Chen, but the Chen sect and the beggar clan have always been on good terms. Why are their disciples fighting? Yang Guo feared the two elder beggars might scold and expose Lu Wushuang's secret. He raised his sword and charged. Come, I'll take on both of you. Lu Wushuang grew anxious. Idiot! Doesn't he know my master fought more than a dozen battles with Chen Taoists? What Chen move could escape her eyes? There are plenty of Taoist sects. Cheng Yi, Da Dao, Tai Yi. He could have claimed any of them. Why choose Chen of all things? Oh, wait. Camera died. Hold on. The two elder beggars were startled when he said, Under the Chen sect. They barked together. Are you truly from Chen? You and that But before they could mention Lu Wushuang, Yang Guo thrust his sword, aiming at both their chests and stomachs. It was orthodox Chenjin swordsmanship. The two elder beggars, senior as they were, would never join forces against a junior, but Yang Guo's strike was startlingly fast, forcing them to lift their iron staffs simultaneously. As the staffs rose, Yang Guo's sword slipped between them like lightning, still stabbing for their chests. They had never imagined such speed and retreated in alarm. Yang Guo pressed forward without mercy. In moments, he had unleashed 18 rapid thrusts, each move splitting into two mid-stroke. It was the upper-level Chenjin technique of one sword turning three pure ones. Each move could divide into three. Yang Guo, though unable to reach that level, could at least turn one into two. With every thrust, the two beggars were driven back 3 steps. After 18 strokes, they had retreated 54 steps and hadn't returned a single move. Li Mocho watched, secretly startled. No wonder the Chenjin sect's name shakes the realm. Truly, talents arise one after another. In 10 years, could my disciple even be his match? The mantle of Chenjin's leader will surely fall on this young Taoist. Had she exchanged blows with him, she would have quickly discerned the flaws. His Chenjin swordplay was imperfect, its foundation rooted in the ancient tomb sect. But, at a glance, the genuine and false were hard to distinguish. Yang Guo had learned Chenjin formulas from Zhao Jijing and practiced them further, so his skills were not entirely an act. Hong Lingbo and Lu Wushuang were both dazzled, unable to look away. Yang Guo thought, if I ease up even a little and let these two old beggars get a word out, we'll be in real danger. After his 18 thrusts, his sword trembled sharply as he slipped behind them and struck again, one move splitting into two. The two beggars whirled to parry, but Yang Guo refused to let their iron staves meet his blade. A quick feint, and he was behind them again. They spun, and he was already gone. He knew that in true skill he couldn't beat even one beggar clan fighter, let alone two, so he circled them at high speed, relying solely on lightness skills. Every Chenjin disciple, once reaching a certain level, must train such footwork in preparation for the Big Dipper formation. Though his steps followed Chenjin patterns, his breathing and inner energy were driven by the heart formula of the Jade Maiden. The ancient tomb sect's lightness skill was unmatched. The moment he moved, the two masters could not keep up. All they saw was a flash of white and his blade striking like lightning. Had he wished to kill them, 20 beggars would have fallen. Oh, he's pretty strong then. The two beggars spun desperately, staves, guarding their vital points. They no longer dared counterattack, only protect themselves and pray to heaven. After dozens of dizzying turns, the beggars were exhausted, their heads spinning, their steps faltering. There were moments from collapse. Li Mocho laughed. Ha 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 ha! Hey, friends of the beggar clan, I'll teach you a trick. Stand back to back, then you won't need to spin. The reminder, they didn't think of that? The reminder delighted the two beggars, and they were about to try it. Yang Guo thought, not good. If they do that, I'll lose. He stopped circling and thrust, one move splitting into two, straight for their backs. They heard the fierce wind behind them, and, unable to block, stepped forward hastily. Their feet had barely touched the ground when the sword reached them. Startled, they rushed forward in a sprint, but the sword shadow clung to them like a ghost. No matter how fast they ran, it hovered at their backs. But can't they just run in two separate directions? I think. Hello? If they slowed even a little, the blade pricked their backs with sharp pain. They knew he meant no real harm. A small push forward, and the blade would pierce their chests. Even so, they dared not stop. The three of them ran at full speed, and within moments had covered more than 2 li, leaving Li Mocho far behind. Suddenly, Yang Guo surged ahead, cut in front of them, and said cheerfully, "Slow down! You'll trip!" Both beggars struck with their staffs at once. Young Guo extended his left hand and grabbed one staff. His sword in his right hand slid flat along the other, pushing it aside. With a twist of his left palm, he held both staves at once. The beggars realized their mistake and hurried to pull back, but Young Guo's strength could not match theirs. He had no intention of struggling. His sword slid down the staff like a razor. If they did not let go, all 8 of their fingers would be severed. They had no choice but to release and leap back, faces flushed with embarrassment. To fight and lose was one thing, to flee in shame was another. Young Guo said, "Our sect and your honorable clan are longtime friends. Don't be deceived by troublemakers. Blame should fall on the guilty. The Scarlet Serpent Fairy of the ancient Tomb sect is right over there. Why not go to her?" The beggars did not know Li Mo Cho by face, but her fearsome reputation was well known. They shivered at his words. "Is that true?" Young Guo said. "Why would I lie? I was driven to desperation by that demoness. That's the only reason I fought you two." He respectfully returned their staves with both hands, then added, "Doesn't the whole world know what the Scarlet Serpent Fairy always carries with her?" One beggar suddenly understood. "Ha, yes. She holds a horsetail whisk, and her donkey has gold bells. That girl in yellow, is she the one?" Young Guo laughed. "Ha ha ha ha! Exactly. And the one who wounded your fellow with silver arc throwing knives is her disciple." He paused, then added, "Only, no, that won't do." The loud-voiced beggar grew impatient. "What won't do?" Young Guo said. Not possible. The beggar snapped. "What's not possible?" Young Guo sighed. "Hey, Li Mo Cho runs rampant across the land. Everyone trembles at her name. Your clan is formidable, but none of you are her match. Since her disciple injured your brother, you can only let it go." The elder beggar was provoked into shouting wildly. He snatched up his iron staff and said, "What Scarlet Serpent Fairy or Black Serpent Fairy? Today, I'll fight her no matter what." He was about to rush back the way they had come, but the other beggar was steadier. "We couldn't even handle this young Taoist. Going to provoke the Scarlet Serpent Fairy is just throwing our lives away." He grabbed his companion's arm. "No need to be hasty. We'll return and discuss this carefully." He cupped his fist to Young Guo. "May I ask fellow Taoist's honorable name?" Young Guo smiled. "This humble Taoist's surname is Sa, given name Hua Zi. Till we meet again." He bowed and turned away. The 2 beggars muttered, Sa Hua Zi. Never heard of him, yet so young, and already so skilled. Suddenly, one of them jumped up, cursing. "Damn it, dog thief scoundrel!" The other asked, "What is it?" "He said his name was Sa Hua Zi. That means killer of beggars. The little Taoist insulted us, and we didn't even notice." They cursed loudly, but dared not go back to settle accounts. Yang Guo laughed inwardly, worried for Lu Wushuang. He hurried back. He saw her on horseback, anxiously peering his way. The moment she spotted him, joy lit her face. She nudged her horse forward and said softly, "Silly egg, how could you leave me behind?" Yang Guo smiled. "Silly egg? Is that a thing?" Yang Guo smiled, held the sword horizontally in both hands, and offered the hilt to Hong Lingbo with a bow. "Many thanks for the loan." Hong Lingbo reached out to take it. He was about to turn when Li Mo Cho suddenly said, "Wait." She had seen the young Taoist's skill and thought, "If I let him go, he'll become a threat. Better to end him now before he grows." Yang Guo heard the words "wait" and knew danger. He pushed the sword a few inches farther into Hong Lingbo's grasp and instantly released it. Hong Lingbo had no choice but to seize the hilt. She laughed. Little Taoist, you're quite skilled. Li Mocho had planned to provoke him into fighting so she could kill him with a sweep of her whisk. But now he held no weapon. With her status, she could not use a weapon to slay an unarmed junior. She slipped her whisk behind her neck and asked, Which of the 7 masters of Chen Jun are you apprenticed to? Yang Guo smiled. I am Wang Chongyang's disciple. He held no respect for the Chen Jun Taoist. Though Chu Chu Chi had treated him decently, their time together was brief, and he had received a harsh beating at parting. Well meant, he understood, yet resentment lingered. As for Hao Da Tong and Zhao Jijing, the very thought of them made his teeth grind. In the ancient tomb, he had studied the 9 yin manual formulas carved by Wang Chongyang himself. If he claimed to be Wang Chongyang's disciple, one could barely argue. But given his age, he could only be counted as a grand disciple of Zhao Jijing or Yin Jiping. Li Mocho, seeing his skill, had already elevated him by asking which of the 7 masters he followed. Had he casually named Chu Chu Chi or Wang Chu Yi, she would have believed him. But unwilling to place himself a generation below Hao Da Tong, killer of Granny Sun, he invoked Wang Chongyang. Yet Wang Chongyang, founder of Chen Jun, had only ever taken 7 disciples, and everyone in the martial world knew he had died long before this little Taoist was born. Li Mocho thought, This ugly little imp has no idea who he's toying with. How dare he spout nonsense before me? And yet, what Chen Chen disciple would dare joke about their patriarch? And why boldly utter the name Wang Chongyang? But if he's not Chen Jun, why does his sword work clearly come from Chen Jun? Yang Guo saw that although she still smiled, a faint crease formed between her brows. She was thinking deeply. Not good. I fooled Hong Lingbo before, and met their pair in the tomb several times. If they recognize my voice or mannerisms, everything will be exposed. Better to leave at once. He saluted, swung onto his horse, and prepared to gallop away. Li Mocho drifted lightly forward and blocked his horse. Get down, she said. I have questions for you. Yang Guo said, I know what you want to ask. I know what you want to ask. You want to know whether I've seen a beautiful girl with a lame left leg, and whether I know where the book she carried has gone. Li Mocho's heart jolted, though her face remained calm. Yes, you're very clever. Where is that book now? Yang Guo said, My junior brother and I were resting by the road when we saw that girl fighting with 3 beggars. One beggar was slashed by her, but 2 more came. She wasn't their match and was finally captured. Li Mocho was usually unshakable, no matter the matter. But hearing that Lu Wushuang had fallen into the beggar clan's hands, and with her surely the 5 poisons manual, her composure cracked with a flicker of anxiety. Seeing his lie working, Yang Guo exaggerated further. One beggar pulled a book from her bosom. She refused to give it up, so he slapped her hard across the face. Lu Wushuang shot him a glare. Silly egg, slandering me like this. Just wait till I deal with you. Silly egg. AI translators are inconsistent. Wait, which one? The 5 poisons manual? No matter the matter? Oh. I kind of like that. No matter the matter. Silly egg? Oh, what is silly egg supposed to be? Did they translate it before? Idiot. Oh yeah? Oh no. I gotta update my prompt for the AI. Goofy oof. Oh, that works. Young Guo knew she was frightened, so he deliberately asked her, Junior brother, wasn't it infuriating? That girl was groped by those beggars, hands all over her, and suffered greatly, didn't she? Lu Wushwang lowered her head and had no choice but to murmur, Hmm. It means literally dumb egg. What should the translation be then for this? Should it be silly egg or idiot? I'm thinking silly egg is much more interesting. Better than bad egg. Maybe we'll use silly egg from now on. Or dumb egg. You kind of like silly egg? All right. I think we'll use that. Write down a note. What type of egg? A turtle egg? Yeah. True. Son of a turtle? I still love that insult. At that moment, hoofbeats sounded beyond the ridge. A troop of soldiers burst out. Mongol cavalry. Ah, Mongols. Mongol cavalry, lined with banners and armor. The Jin dynasty had already fallen, and everything north of the Huai River belonged to the Mongols. So they defeated the Jin dynasty? Li Mocho cared nothing for such troops, but she was determined to trace Lu Wushuang's whereabouts and had no wish for trouble. She stepped aside as over 100 Mongol soldiers escorted an official galloping past. He wore a brocaded robe, a bow at his waist, and rode with fierce confidence, his features unclear but his bearing bold and martial. Who is that? After they passed, Li Mocho flicked her whisk to brush off the dust stirred by their hooves. With each movement of the whisk, Lu Wushuang's heart pounded. One wrong stroke, and her skull would be crushed. Li Mocho finished dusting herself and asked, And then what? Yang Guo said, The beggars carried the girl off to the north. I wished to intervene, but the two elder beggars stayed behind and fought me instead. Li Mocho nodded and smiled faintly. Good. Thank you. My surname is Li, given name Mocho. In the martial world, they call me the Scarlet Serpent Fairy, and some call me the Scarlet Serpent Demoness. Have you heard my name? Young Guo shook his head. I haven't. Miss, with such beauty, like a fairy descended, how could anyone call you a demoness? Ah. Young Guo. Li Mocho, though past 30, had deep inner energy, skin pale and smooth, not a wrinkle in sight. She used the same method as the same technique as Yue Buchun. Use your inner energy to make yourself look younger. She still appeared no more than 20. Vain about her beauty, she was naturally pleased by the compliment. She flicked her whisk. You dare joke with me, and claim to be a disciple of Wang Chongyang. I should make you suffer before killing you. But since you can speak pleasantly, I'll merely teach you a small lesson with my whisk. Are they saying that people past 30 should be wrinkled? No, of course not. Look at me. I have 0 wrinkles. Yang Guo shook his head. No, no. This humble Taoist cannot simply bully a junior without cause. I'm a minor. My inner energy is deep, very deep. I cultivate for an hour every night before going to sleep. Li Mocho said, You're at death's door and still jesting? How am I your junior? Yang Guo said, My master, Reverend Chong Yang, was of the same generation as your ancestress, so I am one generation above you. A young, lovely girl like you, how could an elder like me bully you? Ah, he has a sharp tongue, this guy. Li Mocho gave a slight smile and said to Hong Lingbo, Lend him the sword again. Yang Guo waved his hands. No, no, I... Before he could finish, Hong Lingbo had already drawn the sword. There was a sharp crack. She held only the hilt. The blade remained in the scabbard. Ah, he broke it. Startled, she instantly understood. When Yang Guo returned the sword earlier, he had secretly broken the blade, leaving just enough connection to hold it together. A slight pull, and it snapped cleanly. Will Li Mocho fall for him too? Maybe. The harem is growing. Li Mocho's face changed color. Yang Guo said, Naturally, I cannot raise my hand against juniors, especially young girls. But since you insist on forcing me to exchange moves, very well. I'll take 3 of your whisk strikes barehanded. Let's make this clear first. Only 3 moves. If I take them, you must let me go. After the 3rd move, you may not pursue or cling to me further. Okay. He knew that he could not escape a fight, but if they truly competed, he was no match. So he adopted the air of an elder, pressing her to agree to only 3 moves, and hoping she would avoid using the deadly whisk. Li Mocho, of course, understood his ploy. You think you can take 3 of my moves? She thought. She said, Very well, elder. This junior will learn from you. Yang Guo said, I dare not. Okay. Well, good time for a break. Before the battle, I'll be right back. 5 minutes. All right, we're back. Did someone get shot? It was me, but I'm fine. All right, the fight starts. Suddenly, a yellow shadow flickered, front, back, all around him, whisk strands everywhere. Her move penetrating everywhere. Attacked all the cavities of the body. Oh no. That is a wild move with a wild name. Though one move, it contained dozens, striking every major acupoint at once. She had seen his fine swordplay against the 2 beggars, and knew he wasn't ordinary. To injure him within 3 moves wouldn't be easy. So she began with her proudest creation, the 3 no's and 3 withouts. Okay. These 3 techniques were her own invention. Even Xiaolong Nu had never seen them. Yang Guo, seeing it for the first time, was shocked. It was truly unavoidable. Evade left and your right acupoints were struck. I dodged forward and your back was hit. Only a master far above her could force her to withdraw her whisk to defend. Yang Guo had no such power. In panic, he suddenly flipped upside down, head down and feet up, employing the reversed inner energy technique Ouyang Feng had taught him. Aha! Let's see how this fares against her technique. His meridians reversed. Every acupoint sealed itself. He felt dozens of points prickle faintly, then nothing. Spinning swiftly, he kicked out while standing on his hands. Li Mocho saw clearly that she had struck numerous acupoints. Yet he still attacked. Startled, she unleashed the second of the 3 no's and 3 withouts, reaching everywhere. Wait, reaching everywhere. First it was penetrating everywhere. Now it's just reaching everywhere. Reaching everywhere. Reaching around. Reaching every single where. Striking obscure hidden points all over his body. Young Guo, balancing on his head and one hand, extended his left hand and jabbed at the bend of her right knee, the Wei Zhong acupoint. Li Mo Chou was astonished and leapt aside, immediately launching the third technique, doing anything. This no longer targeted acupoints, but struck at eyes, throat, abdomen, privates, every soft, vulnerable spot, vicious and shameless. But when she created the move, she never imagined someone would fight her upside down. In her haste, she attacked the usual targets, only to find the strike for the eyes hit the top of his foot. The strike for the throat hit his shin. The strike for the abdomen hit his thigh. The strike for the privates hit his chest. Oh, thank God. Hitting softness, she met hardness. Phrasing. This chapter. None of the attacks had any effect. This shock was unlike any she had known. She had seen great battles and faced fighters stronger than herself, yet always calmly with plans prepared. Never had she imagined such bizarre technique from this little Taoist. While she hesitated, Young Guo suddenly opened his mouth and bit the tassel of her whisk. With a flip, he stood upright. She felt a jolt in her hand. He had snatched the whisk from her grasp. Oh shit. During the second Huashan sword debate, Ouyang Feng, with reversed meridians, had once bitten Huang Yaoxi's finger nearly to death. When energy flows backward, the lips naturally generate biting force. The strength of a person's entire body is never as fierce as the strength of the teeth. Is that true? Common folk can crack walnuts with their teeth, yet even strong men struggle to crush a shell by hand. Thus, though Yang Guo's inner strength was far inferior to Li Mo Chou's, once he clamped his teeth onto her whisk, he seized the weapon that had made her feared for more than 10 years. Hong Lingbo and Lu Wushuang both cried out in shock. Though Li Mo Chou was startled, she felt not the least fear. Her palms fluttered lightly as she unleashed the scarlet serpent palm, lunging in to seize the horsetail whisk. She had just about to strike when she suddenly exclaimed, "Eh? It's you! Where is your master?" Yang Guo's face, smeared with mud and sand, had revealed half his true features as he spun upside down. Oh no! At the same time, Hong Lingbo recognized Lu Wushuang and cried, "Master! It's Senior Sister!" Lu Wushuang, who had feared to face them directly, forgot to avert her face as she watched Yang Guo and Li Mo Chou locked in furious combat. Yang Guo tapped his left foot and bounded onto Li Mo Chou's flower-spotted mule. At the same instant, he flicked his left hand and a jade bee needle shot into the head of the mule Hong Lingbo was riding. Oh no. Poor mule. We hardly knew ye. Li Mo Chou, enraged, pounced at him. Yang Guo vaulted from the saddle, flipped the whisk around, and with a crack smashed the mule's skull. Jeez. He shouted, "Wife, follow your man!" Landing on horseback, he flailed the whisk wildly behind him. Lu Wushuang spurred her horse into a gallop. Li Mo Chou could easily outpace any four-legged beast within a mile or two, but Yang Guo's strange trick had shaken her. She dared not draw too close. She used small grabbing hand to reclaim the whisk, and on the fourth move, her left fingers brushed the hairs. She hooked and pulled, and Yang Guo could not hold on. It was hers again. Hong Lingbo's mule, driven mad by the jade bee needle, suddenly charged at Li Mo Cho, snapping wildly. Li Mo Cho barked. Okay, so that one didn't die, but the other one did. Lingbo, what's wrong with you? Hong Lingbo said. The mule's turned stubborn. She yanked its reins hard, pulling so fiercely its mouth filled with blood. Suddenly, the beast's legs buckled. It collapsed and died. A second mule. Hong Lingbo leapt free and shouted, Master, let's chase them! But Yang Guo and Lu Wushuang were already half a mile away, well out of reach. They rode hard for a time. When Lu Wushuang saw her master no longer pursuing, she called, Silly egg, my chest hurts. I can't hold on. Silly egg or dumb egg? I kind of like dumb egg. Silly egg seems like a term of endearment. Yang Guo leapt down, pressed his ear to the ground, and heard no hoofbeats. Don't be afraid. Let's go slowly. The two rode side by side. Lu Wushuang sighed. Idiot. Why did you even snatch my master's whisk? Yang Guo said, I fooled around with her. Her heart softened, so she handed it to me. An old man like me felt too embarrassed to take a young girl's belongings, so I gave it back. Lu Wushuang huffed. Why would her heart soften? Because you look handsome? A faint blush rose on her cheeks. Yang Guo laughed. Ha ha ha! She probably thinks I'm amusingly stupid. Bah! What's so amusing? They rode slowly a while, then, fearing Li Mo Cho would catch up, urged their mounts on again. Thus alternating fast and slow until dusk. Yang Guo said, Wife, if you want to keep your little life, you'll have to endure the pain and ride through the night. Lu Wushuang said, Say one more foolish thing and see if I bother with you again. Yang Guo stuck out his tongue. Shame the mounts are exhausted. Another night's run would kill them. As darkness settled, several neighs sounded ahead. Yang Guo brightened. Let's change horses. That sentence? They hurried forward for a mile and saw over 100 horses tied outside a village, those same Mongolian riders from earlier. Yang Guo said, Wait here, I'll scout. He slipped down and entered the village. A large house glowed with lamplight. Yang Guo darted beneath the window and peered inside. A Mongolian officer sat with his back to the window. A sudden idea struck him. Why just change horses? Better to change identities. After a moment, the officer stood and paced. He looked around 30, the brocaded officer they had seen earlier, with a commanding air. When he turned away, Yang Guo lifted the window lattice and slipped inside. Hearing wind behind him, the officer lunged forward, sweeping his left arm and spinning around. His 10 fingers struck like eagle talons, fiercely clawing in, a move from the formidable great eagle claw art. Yang Guo was mildly surprised. He hadn't expected a Mongolian officer to have such skill. He swayed aside between the man's hands. The officer clawed several more times, but Yang Guo evaded each with effortless ease. The officer had once learned from a famed master of the Eagle Claw school, and prided himself on his skill, yet, after several exchanges with Yang Guo, he found himself unable to do anything at all. Seeing him claw viciously once more, Yang Guo suddenly leapt high, pressed his left hand on the man's left shoulder, and his right hand on the right, sent his inner strength straight through both arms, and barked, Sit! The officer's knees softened, and he dropped to the floor, his chest tight as though blood were about to burst out. Yang Guo rubbed twice beneath his ribs. The pressure eased, and the officer let out a long breath before rising slowly. staring blankly at young Guo for a good while before asking in perfect Chinese, "Who are you? What do you want?" Young Guo smiled and countered, "What's your name? What's your post?" The officer glared and moved to attack again. Young Guo ignored him and sat in the chair where he had been sitting. The officer struck straight down with both arms, but Young Guo brushed aside each blow with effortless ease. "Hey, your shoulders are injured. Don't use force." The officer froze. "What injuries?" He touched his right shoulder. There was a faint ache. He reached to his left. Same spot. Same pain. He hadn't moved those places earlier, so he hadn't noticed. Now, with his fingers pressing, he felt a tiny point aching straight to the bone. Alarmed, he tore his clothing. A red pinprick mark marred his left shoulder, and the right as well. Realization struck him. The man had slipped a hidden weapon into him while pressing his shoulders. Shocked and furious, he barked, "What did you use? Is it poisoned?" Young Guo smiled faintly. "You've learned martial arts and still don't know this rule? Large hidden weapons aren't poisoned. Small ones always are." The officer almost fully believed him, though he still hoped it was only intimidation. Young Guo said, "You've been struck by my divine needles. The poison spreads an inch a day. In about 6 days, when it reaches your heart, you'll be on your way to the next world." Though he wanted to beg for help, pride held his tongue. Enraged, he shouted, "If that's so, I'll drag you down with me," and leapt again. Young Guo slid aside, twin jade bee needles in hand. When the officer reached out to seize him, Young Guo thrust both needles into his palms. The officer felt a stab of pain and froze. Seeing the fine needles in his palms, he felt his hands go numb. Terrified, he no longer dared act rashly. After some time, he muttered, "I admit defeat." Young Guo laughed heartily. "What's your name?" The officer said, "Your unworthy servant is Yulu Jin. May I ask the hero's name?" Young Guo replied, "I am Young Guo. What office do you hold in Mongolia?" Yulu Jin explained. He was the son of Mongolia's Grand Chancellor Yilu Chutai, who had aided Genghis Khan and Ogadai in conquering the lands. Owing to such lineage and merit, Yulu Jin, though young, had already been appointed governor of Bianliang and was now traveling south to assume his post. Young Guo didn't know what a governor of Bianliang was, but nodded. Good. Yulu Jin said, "I don't know how I've offended Hero Young. I'm utterly confused. If Hero Young commands anything, I will obey." Young Guo chuckled. "You haven't offended me." Suddenly he sprang out the window. Yulu Jin cried, "Hero Young!" But by the time he reached the window, Young Guo had vanished. He stood trembling. "He comes like a ghost and goes like one. I'm poisoned. What am I to do?" He pulled the needles from his palms as numbness spread through his shoulders and hands. Just as panic overtook him, the window shifted. Young Guo had returned, bringing a young girl, Lu Wushuang. Yulu Jin exclaimed, "Ah, you're back." Young Guo pointed at Lu Wushuang. "She's my wife. Bow to her." Lu Wushuang snapped, "What did you say?" and slapped him. Had Young Guo wished to evade it, she would never have landed the blow. But for some reason, being struck and scolded by her filled him with a strange contentment. He made no move to avoid it. With a sharp crack, his cheek flared hot beneath her palm. Yulu Jin had no idea the two were always fooling around and assumed Lu Wushuang's martial arts surpassed Young Guo's. He stared at them in mute astonishment. Young Guo rubbed his cheek and smiled at him. "You've been poisoned by my divine needles, but you won't die for a while. If you behave, I'll cure you. Yulu Jin said, All my life I've admired true heroes. Sadly, I've never met anyone with real ability until today. To meet a man of your stature fulfills my lifelong wish. Even if Hero Young does not spare my life, I would die content. His words upheld his own dignity, while greatly flattering Young Guo. Young Guo had never dealt with officials and didn't know that flattery was their greatest craft. Mongol officials had once been rough and straightforward, but since entering the Central Plains, they had absorbed the habits of Chinese officialdom. Yulu Jin's polished praise delighted him. He raised his thumb. Didn't expect it. You're a man of backbone. Come, I'll treat you now. He drew out the 2 needles with a magnet and applied antidote to his shoulders and palms. Lu Wushuang had never seen jade bee needles. They were as fine as hairs, light enough to float on water. She thought, a gust of wind could blow them away. How can they be deadly hidden weapons? Her admiration for Young Guo deepened, though she said aloud, Using such sneaky things isn't very manly. Aren't you afraid people will laugh at you? Young Guo only smiled and ignored the jab. He said to Yulu Jin, The 2 of us want to serve you as attendants. Startled, Yulu Jin said, Hero Young must be joking. Give your orders, and I will comply. Young Guo said, No joke. We really want to be your attendants. Yulu Jin thought, So, they want official posts, a ladder upward. His demeanor instantly stiffened. He coughed and said solemnly, To devote your skills to the imperial court, that is the proper path. Young Guo grinned. Wrong again. We have a deadly enemy chasing us. We can't beat her, so we want to pretend to be your attendants to hide for a while. Yulu Jin was disappointed. His stiff face relaxed again. Smiling, he said, With martial arts like yours, what enemy could matter? If there are many, I'll summon soldiers and have them arrested. Young Guo said, Even I can't beat her. No need to trouble yourself. Tell your attendants to bring us clothes. Though spoken casually, his tone carried unmistakable authority. Yulu Jin quickly obeyed and sent for clothing. The 2 went to another room to change. Lu Wushuang checked a mirror. Fur-lined robe, brocade tunic, bright eyes and white teeth. She looked like a handsome young Mongol officer and found it amusing. At dawn, they set out. Young Guo and Lu Wushuang each rode in a sedan chair, while Yulu Jin stayed on horseback. Before noon, the faint chime of rings drifted from afar and swept past. Lu Wushuang rejoiced. Resting in this chair while healing, this is perfect. The idiot's foolish idea isn't so foolish after all. I'll let them carry me all the way to Jiangnan. They traveled 2 days without hearing the bells again. Li Mocho must have chased straight ahead and not returned to search. The Taoist priests and beggar clan men who sought Lu Wushuang also lost her trail. On the 3rd day, they arrived at Longju village, an important post between Qin and Bian, with a bustling market. After dinner, Yulu Jin strolled to Young Guo's room to ask about martial arts. He heaped praise upon praise, delighting Young Guo, who casually offered a few pointers. Yulu Jin was listening intently when a servant rushed in. My lord, Senior Master Jin Jing has sent a family letter. Yulu Jin said happily, Good, I'm coming. He meant to excuse himself to Young Guo, but then thought, I'll receive the messenger right here. That shows I treat him openly. Then he'll teach me wholeheartedly. So he told the servant, Bring him in here. The attendant looked uneasy. Yulu Jin waved his hand. It's fine. Bring him in. The attendant said, It's the senior master himself. Yulu Jin's face darkened. What nonsense. Go. Before he finished, The curtain lifted and someone entered, laughing. Dinner! You didn't expect me, did you? At the sight of him, Yulu Jin was both shocked and delighted. He rushed forward and knelt. Father, how is it that you... The newcomer smiled. Yes, I came myself. It was his father, the Grand Chancellor of Mongolia, Yulu Chutai, then styled Chancellor of the Secretariat. Hearing Yulu Jin call him father, Yang Guo did not know this was the most powerful minister under the Khan, commanding respect across tens of thousands of miles. He looked over and saw a man not very old, refined in appearance, stern yet kindly. A natural respect stirred in Yang Guo's heart. Once the man sat, two more entered, a young man of about 23 or 4, and a girl around Yang Guo's age. They bowed to Yulu Jin, calling him elder brother. Yulu Jin beamed. Second brother, third sister, you've come too. He turned to his father. Father, you left the capital, and I knew nothing of it. Yulu Tutai nodded. Yes, there is a grave matter. If I did not come personally, I would not be at ease. He glanced at Yang Guo and the attendants, signaling them to withdraw. Yulu Jin was troubled. Ordinarily, he would dismiss the attendants at once, but he dared not offend Yang Guo. Hesitation showed on his face. Yang Guo understood, smiled, and withdrew of his own accord. Yulu Chutai had already noticed his unusual bearing. When he himself entered, all attendants had knelt, except this one, standing straight. Now he left lightly, with an air of independence and disdain for rank. Yulu Chutai's interest was piqued. He said, Who is that man? As a high provincial governor, Yulu Jin felt it too embarrassing to reveal Yang Guo's true background before his siblings. He answered vaguely, A friend I met on the road. Father, what brings you south? Yulu Chutai sighed, worry clouding his face, and slowly explained. After Genghis Khan died, his third son Ogadai succeeded him, and ruled 13 years before dying. His son, Guyuk, then took the throne, but was foolish and drunken, dying after only 3 years. The Empress Dowager now ruled, trusting petty men and pushing aside loyal ministers, throwing the court into chaos. Yulu Chutai, a veteran of 3 reigns and a founding statesman, repeatedly advised her against her misguided actions. She resented him deeply, but dared not move against him, because of his towering prestige and unassailable logic. Knowing he had offended her and that his family hovered on the brink of disaster, Yulu Chutai submitted a memorial requesting to pacify the unrest in Hunan. The Empress, delighted to send him far away, approved at once. So he journeyed to Hunan with his second son, Yulu Qi, and his third daughter, Yulu Yen, ostensibly on imperial business, truly to escape calamity. Yang Guo returned to his room and joked around with Lu Wushuang, but she turned her head away, ignoring him. He teased her several times to no effect, then sat cross-legged and began cultivating his inner energy. Finding herself bored, she saw him sitting perfectly still, head lowered and eyes shut. After a long while, she said, Hey, idiot, why are you practicing at this time? Yang Guo did not answer. She snapped, Cultivation isn't urgent. Will you talk to me or not? She reached out to tickle him. But suddenly he sprang up and whispered, Someone's spying from the roof. Lu Wushuang had heard nothing. She glanced up at the roof. Trying to fool me again? Yang Guo said, Not here. 2 rooms down. She believed him even less, smiled faintly, and muttered under her breath, Idiot. She thought he was only playing another silly trick. Young Guo tugged her sleeve and whispered, "What if your master has found us? Let's hide first." At the word master, cold sweat broke across Lu Wushuang's back. She followed him to the window. Yang Guo pointed westward, and she lifted her gaze. Sure enough, on the roof, 2 rooms away, crouched a dark figure. It was the last night of the month. No moon, no stars. One would never notice the shadow without concentrating. She was impressed. How did this idiot notice? Knowing her master never abandoned her pride, always wearing her apricot yellow Taoist robe even at night, she whispered into Yang Guo's ear, "It's not my master." No sooner had she spoken than the dark-clad figure suddenly rose and sprinted across the roof. Reaching the window of Yilu Chutai and his sons, she kicked the lattice open and leapt inside with a drawn blade, shouting, "Yilu Chutai, tonight I'll die with you!" Her voice was that of a young woman. Yang Guo's heart stirred. Her speed, her skill, is above Yilu Jin's. The old man may not survive. Lu Wushuang whispered, "Go look." The two hurried over and crouched beneath the window. Inside, Yilu Jin was wielding a stool, blocking and striking in desperation. The young woman's willow leaf saber flashed fiercely. In a few strokes, she chopped off all 4 legs of the stool. Seeing he could not hold out, Yilu Jin cried, "Father, get back!" Then he shouted, "Guards!" But the girl lashed out with a flying kick. Caught unprepared, Yilu Jin took the blow squarely at the waist and fell. She stepped forward, raising her blade to cleave Yilu Tutai's skull. Okay, who's this girl? Yang Guo thought, not good. Deciding to save the old man first, he prepared to flick a jade bee needle at the girl's wrist. But Yilu Chutai's daughter, Yilu Yan, cried out, "How dare you!" She chopped at the girl's face with her right palm, while her left used a bare-handed disarming technique to seize the blade. The girl twisted aside from the palm, but her wrist was caught. Forced to retreat under a quick kick, she managed to keep hold of her saber. Yang Guo marveled. Both girls were quick and skillful. In moments, they had traded seven or 8 moves. Then more than 10 guards poured in, ready to rush forward. Yilu Jin gasped, "Stop! Third Miss needs no help." Yang Guo murmured to Lu Wushuang, "Wife, these 2 girls have better martial arts than you." Lu Wushuang flushed with anger and swung a palm at him. Yang Guo dodged with a grin. "Don't make trouble, just watch the fight." She said, "Tell me the truth. Am I better, or are they better?" Yang Guo whispered, "One-on-one, both girls are beneath you, but if you fought them together, purely in skill, you'd lose. Except their techniques are too straightforward. They can't match your trickiness and vicious cunning. So, in the end, you'd still win." Lu Wushuang was secretly pleased. "What tricky and vicious? How unpleasant! If anyone's tricky, no one beats our idiot Master Yang." Yang Guo smiled. "Then doesn't that make you Madam Idiot?" Lu Wushuang spat lightly. It's just a light spit. The 2 girls clashed again, but Yilu Yan had no weapon, and each attempt to seize the saber failed. She was pressed into dodging left and right, unable to counter. Yilu Qi said, "Sister, let me try." He slid in sideways, sending 3 palms in quick succession. Yilu Yan backed to the wall. "All right, let's see yours." Yang Guo witnessed only 3 of Yilu Qi's moves before he was quietly astonished. The man kept his left hand tucked at his waist, unmoving, his right extended, and withdrew with no shifting of his feet, parrying the saber effortlessly. His techniques were exquisite, and the precision of his timing and placement was exceptional. Remarkable. It resembles the Chen Jin style, but different, somehow. Lu Wushuang whispered, "Idiot, he's way stronger than you." Young Guo, absorbed in watching, did not hear her at all. All right. How did you guys like that? Yeah, yay, we see the Mongols again, huh? Are we gonna spend a lot of time here? Good chapter. Very good chapter. There were some questionable sentences. But you know what? The rest was pretty cool. Interesting phrasing. True. I like that move. Penetrating everywhere. Mm. All right. Cheers. It was an exciting chapter. Hell yeah. Lots of fighting. Finally they escaped the Beggar Clan, the Taoists, and the Scarlet Serpent Fairy, Li Mocho. A concerning attack name? Yeah. Okay. It seems like these Yilu Chi and Yilu people are gonna be like kind of major characters, maybe a little bit. Mm. Yeah, Yang Guo and Lu Wushuang might as well be husband and wife right now, right? They're pretty much. Yeah. Who cares about Xiaolong Nu anymore? The end of our journey of endless disguises. Our blackface journey. Yeah, no more of that. All right, cool. I like Yang Guo. He's growing on me. I think he's a good main character. They make a good couple. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna tell the AI to use dumb egg instead of idiot. That sounds better. Dumb egg. You dumb son of a turtle. Alright, it's a fun pair. Well, too bad they're not gonna be the main couple. Too bad Lu Shuang does not stand a chance. Oh, is the new girl? Wait, Yilu Yun? Is she gonna be a new member of the harem? What do you think? Xiaolong Nu would be so angry when she finds out Yang Guo has been calling someone else wife and not her. True. What if he slips in front of her and says wife? And she's like, what? Excuse me? Both Yilu Yen and the assassin? True. Alright, guys. Huh. It's a long stream, huh? We had the slideshow, and then we also had the freaking long ass cemental. She'd kill him. Alright, guys. Thanks for joining. I love you. I will see you next time. Alright. Bye.